With the 2022 Mr. Olympia event rapidly approaching us, many people are starting to speculate who can defeat Big Ramy. Can anybody even come close to defeating this man, dethroning him? The name Andrew Jacked comes up time and time again. A lot of people are big, a lot of people are high on this guy. He definitely can beat Big Ramy, some people say. And then other people, of course, more maybe perhaps realistic people, say that he needs more time. He needs more time, of course. But I figured a one-on-one comparison, which is kind of crazy that I have never done a one-on-one comparison between Big Ramy 2021 Olympia versus the Texas Pro. I've done other versions of Ramy versus the Texas Pro of Andrew Jack. But hey, without further ado, let us go through these shots and see if this Andrew Jack is a threat or can be a threat to Big Ramy at the Olympia this year. And from the front, I have to say, yes, in fact, he can be a threat to Big Ramy. Not too many people are going to be able to stand up against the Ram Man like this. Physique-wise, abs, dripping, and I mean hanging off this Andrew Jack. And he's so gosh darn tall. Structurally speaking, nobody's wider. Ramy is pretty big too, though. Big, thick, small waistline. Maybe not the most, I apologize, not the most aesthetic creature in all of the land. But hey, what the heck? He gets a job done, right? This is a front double bicep pose. Usually, I would say jacked, just running roughshod all over everybody in this shot. But Ramy, maybe not so much. Wheels, even the wheels of jacked are friggin' amazing. Go to the front lat spread. And this will answer the question right out of the first two shots. Is Andrew Jacked a threat to Big Ramy? Don't kid yourself. I'm not one of those guys that believes in every inch of hype, but this is more than hype, guys. Yes, Andrew Jacked is an absolute threat to Big Ramy. From the front. Front double, front lat, for sure. Ramy probably wider as far as the lat for lat is concerned, and might be speaking loose there because Andrew Jacked is so gosh darn wide. But if you look at the lats themselves, Ramy might be slightly wider, but it cancels it out because Jacked, his midsection, look at that V-taper, and the way the chest just morphs into those abs, that is friggin' cool. That is a cool shot. This is like Flex Wheeler versus modern day competitors. Now, turn to the side, and this is a brutal beating. This is not even close. And I noticed this at the Texas. Jacked was dominant, so very dominant from the front, but then turned to the side, and a guy like Steve Kuklo, or whoever else he was competing against, Martin Fitzwater. Haven't heard tell of Martin for a little while. Missed that guy. Wow. Yeah, Ramy. What can I say? He's a bulldozer. Look at the legs. It's just dominance. Andrew Jacked, hey, I'll freely admit, he is needs some thickness from the side. He's like a king cobra. Opens up, but then turn to the side. Slightly thinner. I don't want to call the man thin. He looks good. But this is Ramy we're talking about. Now, side tricep. This is a little bit better for the man Jacked. His chest actually looks bigger and better. And I don't know how many times I've seen that happen in bodybuilding, which is crazy. Dorian Yates, for instance, his chest was better in the side tricep than it was in the side chest. Doesn't make sense to me, but I guess it doesn't have to, does it? So I guess I could understand people giving maybe Ramy both side shots and Jack both front shots. I could also see some people giving Ramy the front double, Jack the front lat, and Ramy the side chest, and even Jack the side tricep. So it could be tied. Could be, that is. I could also see people giving every pose to either one guy because they're, what do they call it, a fanboy? Anyway, yeah, let us go to the back because this is going to be the decider. Jacked. He has some possibilities here. He has nice lats, nice lat insertions. His torso is shorter. You can see that. So he's not going to have as big, thick of a back, I don't think. But it's just as wide, I would say. And the V-taper's prettier than Big Ramy. He's more symmetrical than Ramy. So back-wise, yeah, I could see him taking Ramy. If, and this is a huge if he was inside and out, proper, peeled to the socks, out of the box, like Big Ramy is, if he had that thin skin condition, yeah, I could see him. He's not going to beat the Olympia champion, though. Of course, he has politics on his side, does Ram Man. But what I am saying is that he could be a threat, but with this type of condition, and I'm not saying Andrew Jack is soft by any means, but we're taking a look at years of refinement for Big Ramy to get that thin skin and things of that nature, just like in glaciers. Here's the rear double. And again, yes, jacked is good. Jacked is fantastic. Look at the lat insertions. Crisp. And he has a better overall shape. He doesn't have the big wide hips. What a lot of people comment about the big giant hips on Big Ramy, and I mean, you put it against a more slender physique like this, the midsection, the hips, things of that nature. Yeah, Andrew Jack, a much more pleasing physique. Wow. But again, guys, you couldn't see the video footage, but here in a picture, you can see Big Ramy. He was very conditioned, and what I mean by the video footage, the screen behind these guys was going berserk, and let us hope and pray. Here's the abs and thigh. And again, yeah, behind Eugene Sandow, the statue there, you can see the screens were going crazy, causing seizures in the audience. But yeah, let us hope and pray that they have a neutral, put your advertisements up, but nothing moving around and swinging around like big laser lights. But anyway, that's my rant about the Olympia backdrop from last year. The Texas Pro one looks better. I could talk through this anyway. Doesn't matter. Doesn't much matter. Is this enough? I don't even need to call it. Don't even need to say who's winning. Do you think that's enough, though, to get Andrew Jack the win? Oh, there, I said it. Andrew Jack, he's so dominant in this, it's not even funny. And he has the quad size to answer Big Ramy's. You notice that? Wow. I don't know. Might be enough. Might be enough for some of you guys. Wouldn't be for the judges, though. Most Muscular, instantly back to a Ramy decision here. Ramy-type decision. One hand on hip for each. One hand out. Arm-wise, Ram Man, delts, chest even. Abs don't look too bad for Ram Man here. That little tiny midsection of Andrew Jack and those big quads and his overall height. Yeah, it could be more threatening to Big Ramy than, say, another guy without those genetic goodies, without those genetic gifts. But ultimately, he's going to need to get shredded. And that is easier said than done. We've seen bodybuilders never be able to nail that type of, thin skin to get the Olympia title, that is. I mean, hey, he might get some good placings, but to beat Big Ramy, I just do not see it. Over the next few years, we will see how his physique progresses, and if he does get that steroided hamstrings and things of that nature, a little bit more thickness on the back too there, mate. Yeah, he could overthrow Big Ramy at some point, but if I was a betting man, well, I don't know. Maybe someday, but I'm not a betting man. That's just it. Hit thumbs up on the video, guys. I think Big Ramy won this comparison. Just with condition. Jacked is prettier, though. Prettier physique. Subscribe to the channel, guys. Have a good one.